Guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial and I'm going to be using the Flair palette. The reason why I'm using this one again, I know I've used it a few times already, but you guys have told me that you would like to see more tutorials on it anyways, and I actually have a look in mine in a color combination which includes these three shades right here and then also this yellow one on this side. So I have an idea on what I want to do. I hope it turns out exactly what I'm thinking of. Before I start on the eyeshadow though, I'm going to use this one to prime my eyes. And I actually haven't used this one the way that I'm going to try it today, so I'm hoping that it does a good job. I also haven't done, let me go ahead and do both eyes. I also haven't done my brows, so I will be doing that once I'm done with my eyeshadow. So I'm going to see how this looks. Maybe I applied a lot, but this one is the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas product that I've been using for my cut creases and my halo eyes. So I'm going to try it today just like as an eyeshadow base since it's white. And I think it would do a pretty good job. I'm hoping it does. Okay, so there, my eyes are super white. I have no idea how this is gonna help or not help or anything because I've never tried it like this before, but I'm sure it should be fine. Pretty much like concealer. So the first color that I'm gonna use is the yellow one, and I'm gonna use it with this packing on brush. This is by MAC. It's the 217. And I'm gonna apply this shade right here in the crease area. And I'm going to keep it round. I'm not going to go up too high with it. But I'm going to try to keep the shape round. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M514 blending brush. And I'm going to go over this edge right here and just blend it out. Make it look really nice and blended. I'm not going to bring it up too high up. I'm going to keep the shape round. This one's pretty easy to blend out since it's not a very dark shade. And I just bought another one of these brushes because I have two, but I feel like it's the one that I use the most and I end up needing it like very often, so I got another one. So I'm gonna take a little bit of color just to help me blend that out. Okay, so that is pretty good for that shade. Then I'm gonna take the same brush that I used with the yellow since I'm not gonna need it anymore, and I'm gonna take the green shade right here. This one is called the Moss. It's a very pretty green. Very, very pretty. And I'm gonna apply this one right below the green, pretty much on the same spot. I mean, right below the yellow, pretty much on the same spot that I applied the yellow to begin with. I'm gonna keep this one lower because I don't want to cover up the yellow with it. I'm gonna take another M514, but this one is clean, and I'm gonna slowly blend this out. And by slowly, I just mean I'm gonna do it lightly so that way I don't cover up the yellow, I don't go up too high. I do want both to show through. I did grab a little bit more of eyeshadow and I'm gonna blend out this edge. Like I said, I don't want to mix the colors too much, you know, to where you can't tell that there's a yellow in there. I do want the yellow to show through. If you feel you need to add a little bit more of the yellow, you can go in now with the yellow blending brush without adding any more product and blending that in to the green. Okay, so I did just swatch the two colors on my hand to see which one was darker, and I think that the one that I'm gonna put all over my eyelid is going to be this greenish blue one. So the one that I'm gonna go in with next is the Atlantis color, which is a blue eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna use a smaller brush. The other packing on brushes were a little bit wider, so now I'm gonna use a smaller one because I don't wanna bring it too high up into the green. And I want to keep this one right here in the crease and a little bit below. Like I said, I don't want to cover up the green that I already have. And I'm going to take this little blending brush. This is a pointy blending brush, so it's going to just focus, or I'm just going to focus this one right here in the crease and blend out this edge. I feel like I covered up the green a little bit, so I am going to go back into the green and add some more. I did grab a little bit more color, just because I feel like I want more of the blue tone to show through. Now I'm gonna take my green M514 brush and I'm gonna use the green shade again, and now I'm gonna go right above the blue so that way I can bring that green back out because I kind of covered it. Kind of blended it out. But you see, you can still see the yellow behind it, so that's fine with me. Taking a little bit more of the green. I'm going to take my yellow brush, which is why I didn't want to mix all the colors together because then I'll need the brushes again. Now I'm going to take the yellow and go right above the green just to keep the colors as vibrant as I want them little by little, you know? So if you blend them out a little bit too much or you end up covering them up, you can always build up that color back up. I'm gonna take the smaller blending brush again, the pointy one, take the blue color one more time and focus that shade right here again. And like I said, you're just building up the colors as you go. So now I'm gonna take an eyeshadow brush, which is just kind of like a fluffy one, and now I'm gonna go into my eyelid shade, which is going to be this one, and that one is called Forest Pine, and this is just like a regular shader brush, or yeah, that's pretty much what it's called. And I'm gonna cover up my eyelid with this shade, which honestly it's looking like this shade that I already have, but I'll go into the blue again so that way I can try to bring out that blue shade out. Alright, so there we go. That's all over the eyelid now. Now back to this little brush. This is the one that I'm going to concentrate the blue shade, so that way I can bring that tone out a little bit more. But I want to make sure that it's this pointy blending brush, so I can keep it right here in the crease. Okay, so now I removed the I didn't remove the fallout yet. I'm about to remove the fallout, but I finished off the other eye. And I'm just going to remove the fallout. I just wanted to show you that you do get some with this eyeshadow palette. And you see how, you know, blue green it is. I didn't want that to get on my concealer, which is why I did my eyes first. So I'm gonna have to take that off with a makeup remover wipe. I'm gonna take that one by itself, which is the blue one in here called Atlantis, with a flat brush, and I'm gonna focus this one on my lower lash line. And I'm not gonna add another color. I'm just gonna keep it blue down here, and I'm gonna blend this one out with a small blending brush. I don't want to bring it too low though, because this is a very kind of dark but pretty intense, so I don't want it to look like way too much on my lower lash line. And like I said, I'm not gonna add another color. I'm just gonna keep it like this, just blue. I'm gonna start off with the Beauty Bakery Wake and Bake. Oh, look, what the heck, I just broke it. Well, the lid is already broken, it's like cracked, so I guess that's why it's pretty loose. But I'm gonna take a little bit of this oil, so make sure if you have that oil, don't close it accidentally, you know, a little too tight, because I did that and that's how it cracked. When I'm done with that, I'm going to use the Professional by Benefit. This is the Matte Rescue, which is the gel type of primer, and I'm going to apply this all over my face. And then for today, I'm going to use the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. This one has been one of my favorites lately, but it doesn't match me, okay? So you're going to notice that it's very different from my neck and my chest. I'm just going to match it. I'm going to apply it there too. Oh, I have a mess right here. Let me take this off. And I'm not going to exchange it. I'm going to make it work because spring is coming, hopefully. And so is summer. So it's going to match me perfectly. For sure. Watch, I'll prove it. See, this is what I meant. Like, I don't want to be careful with my brows, and that's why I'm just going to do my brows after the foundation and the powder, because I don't want to be having to like, ooh, go like this, and then I can't get too close to the brow, and it just makes my brow. Then I just like put foundation on my brow that's already done and stuff like that. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape, and this one's in the color Light Neutral. I'm gonna apply this right here on my under eyes and on my highlighting area. And then to set everything, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I think I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna do my under eyes with a sponge, and then I'll just set my entire face with a brush. I haven't baked in a while, so I'm just gonna do that today. And I'm gonna take the same powder and set my entire face. Just swirl it around on the top after I grab it. Whenever I set my foundation, I pretty much take off everything else besides if I'm baking. Like, I'll just leave the under eye powder, and I'm gonna leave it there for a little while I do my brows, so that way it could just be there for a few minutes and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I finished off my brows, and I'm gonna quickly tell you what I did, because I did use a different combination this time. I haven't done my brows like this in a long time. Since I'm doing kind of like a full face of makeup, I wanted to use a pomade again, because it really just shapes them, not shapes them up, but it makes it obvious that, you know, they're a little bit cleaner. So this one is the Cabral. I have it in the color 4.5, and then I set the outer part and the inner part just a tiny bit, but using mainly the light one, and then I went in with the dark one on the outer part of my eyebrows, just a little bit with the dark one. And then lastly, I just set everything with the 3D brows, which this one is a lighter tone than my eyebrows, but it just shows like lighter hair, so it gives your brows like a different look to them, and that's what I did today. So these were the 3 products that I used on my brows today. And so yeah, that way I don't stick to the same thing all the time, and different looks can have like a different brow look to them. So this one, these type of brows are not like on the easier natural side or anything like that. So I still have this powder underneath my eyes. I'm gonna take that off. Okay, so I did want to add a little bit of black to help the eyelashes blend in. So I did use the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil on my tight line, and that is just on the top. I ended up going with the yellow eyeliner because I felt like it would look a little bit better against the blue. Made it look really good, so I do like that on the bottom. And then I did apply my falsies. These are by the Laboratory, and these are some new ones, a new style. This is a new style that I hadn't tried yet. This one is in the style Marlene, and they are so fluffy. They're a little bit like separated, but they are so fluffy, very long. They're the ones that are a little bit shorter in the inner part, and then they get a little bit longer towards the outside. I did cut them because they were way too wide for my eyes. So I did apply my falsies using the clear duo glue since I'm not wearing any eyeliner. I didn't do a wing or anything like that. And then I used the Roller Lash Mascara by Benefit to coat my lower lashes and also the top, so that way they can blend into my falsies a little bit better. I still have to do my inner corner highlight, my brow bone highlight, but I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face for now. And I'm gonna use the Lorac Mega Contour Kit, and I'm gonna use the color Light. I think I'm gonna end up cleaning up my contour and my bronzer area once I'm done, just to give me more of a clean look. Since like I said, I'm doing, maybe I will, maybe I don't. That actually doesn't look too bad. But since I'm doing like a really every single step, pretty full face of makeup, I kind of want to clean it up a little bit. I don't know yet though. Depends on how it looks once I'm done. Right, and then for bronzer, I'm gonna use the one from this Hourglass palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked, and I'm gonna mix both of these right here. Applying it with the big fluffy bronzer brush. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm gonna use my beauty sponge. It does have a flat side to it. This is by Spongeology, that brand. That's the brand of it. And I'm just gonna clean up the edge right here, let it sit there while I do my highlighting and my blush. I was trying to get a clean line. There we go. Is it even? So like I said, I'm gonna move on while that is just baking there. And I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. This is by Delium Tools, and I'm gonna use my MAC blush that I haven't used in a while. This one is called Mother of Pearl, and it's one of their holiday, not holiday, but like limited edition type packaging. And I'm just gonna mix all of these. I don't remember how it looks exactly, but I'm sure it'll be okay. It's just kind of like purpley with a little bit of brown in there. So kind of like a neutral color. Looks good. Looks good with the eye look that I have. It's not too pink, but it's not purple. It's not exactly purple either. It's kind of like nudish, I guess you could say. Kind of like a mauve-y type of color. I'm gonna take my powder brush and just go over this to blend it out. For my highlight, I'm gonna use the one from this palette too. This is the strobe highlight in here. It's really intense. You know where I haven't been applying? You know where I haven't been applying highlight, because I've been forgetting? On my Cupid's bow right here. I just completely skipped this step. So I'm not gonna grab any more. I'm just gonna apply this right here on my forehead. And then I'm gonna take this little brush right here, and I'm gonna take this highlighter and apply this on my brow bone. But I don't think I'm gonna use this one for my inner corner, because I did grab a blue one. The blue one from Fenty Beauty. This right here called Chills, and I think this one would look better on my inner corner just because it's blue. And yeah, on my brow bone, blue wouldn't look so great, but I think on my inner corner this one's gonna look pretty. So I'm gonna apply this one right here. Oh, and it's mixing into that green, so it makes it look even prettier. Super pretty blue. I'm glad I chose this color for my inner corner shade. Look at it. Better than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be like a light blue shade. No, it completely mixed in there, made it really intense. That looks very pretty. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take off this powder. So that is basically it for the eyes and the face. And then for the lips, I got these two shades right here because since I had that yellow, I thought maybe one of these, I was thinking maybe this one, but I don't know how it's gonna look. So let me apply it and see how I like it, see if I like it. This one is called Cider Sangria and it is by Be Elegant Cosmetics. Okay, so I went ahead and I kept it. Now the reason why I chose those colors is because I had the yellow on top, and you see, let me show you the yellow. It was supposed to match it a little bit better, but against the green, it looks like a brighter yellow. Kind of like a little bit neon. But no, more like a true yellow. So yeah, it didn't end up working out. Because you see, if those two shades were together, then it would have looked fine. So it's not too bad. I'm not going to remove it just because I don't really want to go for a nude. I just kind of want to keep the colorfulness going with the look. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the look, the color combination. It's not anything I've done before, I don't think. It's something very different, especially because I didn't have this palette before, and the colors in here are very different than other palettes that I own. So I hope you enjoyed it. I especially liked the blue on the inner corner. I feel like that made a big difference and it was just very pretty. Adding this one, like I said, I didn't expect for it to look like the way that it does, but it really made a big difference and I like it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, let me know what you think about this look below and I will see you in my next one. Bye.